The European colonists took over and started calling themselves Americans and started changing the history, saying that they brought us here. We were always here.
Lend your ear, open your mind, you're gonna learn a lot about your past and yourself you didn't know before. The past affects your future.
Our destiny is tied up in the destiny of America. Before the Pilgrim Fathers landed at Plymouth, we were here. Before Jefferson etched across the pages of history the majestic words of the Declaration of Independence, we were here. Before the beautiful words of the Star-Spangled Banner were written, we were here.
Moroccans, or Americans. The European colonists took over and started calling themselves Americans and started changing the history, saying that they brought us here. We were always here. You've got pyramid kuntas in Central South America that are older than the pyramids in Giza in Misraim that the people call Egypt. Older. You've got civilization principles that are here in Lower Egypt that you call Kentucky and Tennessee area that is older than they are in what you call Egypt. But those things are held secret because they don't want these people to know that they're the heirs apparent to this land. So they branded them Negro, black, and colored to cut off the linear history. So when the people think they're Negro, black, and colored, they can't tie to the illustrious history of the founders of civilization. As a matter of fact, they keep trying to leave and everybody else trying to come here because they don't even know that this is the hub.
Everything we've been taught in the American education system is all a lie. Native Americans weren't the original people of this land. We actually took it from black people.
I think you're not supposed to say Indian either.
Oh, are you really?
Yeah. I think you're supposed to call them African Americans.
Speaking Creole in the classroom was frowned upon and often resulted in punishment.
When I went to school, there were nuns that came practically from all parts of the country. Majority of them spoke English. They had a tough time to break us from it. They used to make us write lines like, I will not speak Creole. And sometime up to 500 to try to break us the habit of speaking it. That was a very hard, difficult thing for them to stop us from doing. Because when we went back home, we had to speak it. Our parents practically couldn't speak English either.
His mother, Mrs. Agnes Alexander, learned to speak English as an adult. She is still more comfortable with speaking Creole. Did your parents speak Creole?
Oh, yes, ma'am.
Mm-hmm. Did they speak any English at all?
Not at all.
Not at all. No. When you talk to your friends, do you speak Creole or English?
Well, mostly Creole.
They don't realize that white nationalism is not American either. So, it's a notion that we should be living separately, that maybe we carve out a part of the United States and put the whites there and stick the blacks elsewhere or move them somewhere. They should go back where, quote unquote, wherever they came from, which was here. They should go back where, quote unquote, wherever they came from, which was here. Where they came from, which was here. Where they came from, which was here.
Because it's a great shock to discover that Gary Cooper killing off the Indians when you were rooting for Gary Cooper, that the Indians were you. That the Indians were you. It comes as a great shock to discover that the country, which is your birthplace, and to which you owe your life and your identity,